This is Providence University College and Theological Seminary, a small school nestled in the town of Otterburn, Manitoba. To most, it is simply a center for Christian education and training, but Prov is full of surprises. Dr. Nicholas Greco has been teaching at Prov for a number of years as head of the Communications and Media Department. However, there is more to this mild-mannered professor than meets the eye. 20 years ago, he was known by a different name and entertained a very different crowd. It's time to meet the man behind the bow tie.
So, how did it all start?
Oh dear, how did it all start? Well, I suppose it was really after high school when I realized that I loved music.
Right out of high school, a young Nicholas Greco knew he wanted to do something music-related. Not content with simply creating music, though, Greco decided to become a DJ to share his excellent taste in music with the world.
I actually became popular quite quickly, much to the surprise and chagrin of my friends. It was probably the name, frankly.
I'm here with one of the hottest new DJs in the hood, Nicky G.
It was probably the name.
So, Nicky G, tell us, what is it that attracted you to DJing?
Oh man, well there's just something amazing about turntables, you know? I just give them a little wiki and they create sound automatically. But it's not just about the sound, you know, it's about the culture. We're creating the culture. We're starting a party. You should put that on a t-shirt.
This culture became international, and fans from all over the world were talking about Nicky G.
We have here a very dedicated Nicky G fan. Just how far have you traveled to see Nicky G perform?
Well, my name is Zane Lowe and I've come from New Zealand.
New Zealand. And are you enjoying the party here so far?
Oh, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, I dream of one day becoming a DJ as good as Nicky G. Just the way he plugs into lampposts is just so fresh. It's just like, wiki, wiki, wiki. Oh, whoa.
Beautiful, and there you have it.
And because I was drunk with power, I could remix all of these up-and-coming artists that no one had ever heard of before.
Hello everyone, I'm live here with Paul McCartney at the Nicky G rave. Anyone who's been listening to Nicky G has already heard of Paul McCartney. But Paul, for anybody who doesn't know you, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Paul McCartney, and I'm so thankful to Nicky G for discovering me. You know, it's a long time whereas we were struggling. It's a struggling time. You know, me and the Beatles, we were just struggling, and then finally Nicky G came, pulled me out of obscurity, and brought me to a place of fame and fortune, and I've never had that kind of fame, and so it's really, really nice to be here to support Nicky G.
I'm here at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony for David Bowie, and I'm here with the man of the hour. Mr. Bowie, is there anything that you would like to say?
Well, first off, thank you to Nicky G. I don't think I'd be getting into the Hall of Fame if it weren't for him making me famous, you know? It's an honor to have him scratching my vinyls at his raves. That man is a musical genius. Party on, Nicky G.
There you have it, folks. David Bowie.
It was shortly after that things started to go downhill.
How so?
Well, my genius was just too much. I started to get too smart.
So what happened?
I got kicked out of parties.
If we've got the technology, why don't we just make automatic sliding doors? Why do we still have normal old doors?
Actually, DeGood talks about that. You see, a sliding door can't be slammed.
What?
Well, it's like what Marshall McLuhan says. The medium is the message. The traditional door allows us to express emotion in the ways sliding doors can't.
That's nice. Please leave.
I'm not a fan of reading, really.
Maybe you just need a little bit more Helvetica in your life.
What?
Well, guess we have to ask the question, Is Helvetica really the ultimate font?
But I don't think those two things really go together.
Oh, that's called bricolage. It's the act of taking bits of things and, you know... Interpolation is what happens when, so let's say, an advertisement... Canada is wide and sparse. And that means, hey!
Those were sad times.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
So you went from being the life of the party to getting kicked out of it?
Yes.
Then what?
Then I had a dream.
Nicky G, Nicky G, Nicky G. Do you know who I am? My name is Roland Dahl. Do you know why I wear this hat? It was from my mother. They killed her. They took a picture of her, and it is my mother who gave me. I have been sent from the clouds to inform you of your calling, your destin, your raison d'être. You, Nicky G, are meant to be an academic. Do you think you are meant to live your life being cast out of a party here, cast out of a party there? No, Nicky G. You were meant to be throwing parties of your own. You were meant to be un professeur de musique. You were meant, Nicky G, for so much more. Imagine pretzels, ginger beer, a life of your own. That, Nicky G, is your purpose. That is why I was sent to you. You have a destiny, Nicky G. A purpose.
Will not be here next year. So you stand by the board.
Remember, Nicky G, I am Roland Barthes, but not everything is about death. You have a life in front of you to live.
That was quite the dream.
Yeah, it was.
So then what?
Well, that's when I knew.
Knew what?
That I needed a change.
What happened next is history.
I'm gonna be the worst professor ever.
So that's it? You just became a professor?
Well, I mean, they were handing out doctorates in 2007 at McGill. It was like, here, take it. And I realized it was the best way for me to keep my love for music alive, you know, without getting kicked out of parties for knowing stuff.
Isn't that a little boring? Like, do you miss all the fame?
Well, actually, I keep pretty busy. I collect pieces of shirt, Let me just get it for you. There you go.
That's great.
Yeah, I pretty much own Apple and Disney, and I've broken the internet countless times. Google is calling me now. And I've written a couple of books. They're over here. I don't know if you want to see them.
So you're done with the party life?
Well, it's time for the year-end party, and you know what that means? Yeah, ginger beer and pretzels!
Woo!
Alex, would you do the honors, please?
Waiting for, and my time was running wild, a million dead-end streets, and every time I thought I got it made, it seemed the taste was not so sweet. So I turned myself to face me, but I've never caught a glimpse how the others must see the faker. I'm much too fast to take that test. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. You wanna be a richer man. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. It's gonna have to be a different man. Time may change me, but I can't trace time. The size, but never leave the stream of warm permanent sand. So the days float through my eyes, but still the days seem the same. And these children that you spit on as they try to change their worlds are immune to your consultations. They're quite aware of what they're going through. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes.